How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into another episode of NAISB. Carly Fitzer, we have got a lot to talk about this episode. What's up, brother? A great weekend. Said it last episode that this would kind of be part this weekend. There'd be a little bit of separation with some conferences. Some may get a little bit more muddied up. They did with some upsets. We predicted some upsets, and well, upsets we got all up and down the board. We're going to talk about the whole weekend, and then we are going to look at where all the conferences are sitting right now, as we are kind of in the witching hour of NAI softball regular season, the witching hour of some team's season, scary things, sad things, but also very exciting things to talk about. We will go through all of them. There's a lot of crazy ones, a lot of crazy scenarios, some simple ones like the AAC. We'll talk about that one. That will be pretty cut and dry. We'll figure out probably who's going to be winning that regular season real soon. And then there are some like the Cascade and the Crossroads and the Chicagolands, all the C's that gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to talk about those. And we'll take a midweek preview. Very, very busy Tuesday and Wednesday, which works out fantastic. Sit around, watch a little softball during the midweek. But Carly Fitzer, let's talk about to start off this episode. Let's talk about a team that hasn't lost since February, I do believe. A team that's won 23 in a row. A team that we thought would be really good, would probably win their regular season just like they did last year. However, I don't think we quite thought the Cumberlands Patriots were going to do it this dominantly, especially coming off of you're a hitter. You were a great NAI softball hitter. You know it's hard when you don't play for a little extended period of time. Then you go face a team that's red hot like Fred Hardman was. What did Cumberlands do? Run the numbers.
They dropped 41 runs to 7.
That's a football score.
41 7. Yeah. They popped off. They got game 1, 9-0. Amber Atkins, 1 for 3 RBI home run. Mackenzie Keats, home run. Jade Gaynor, 3 RBI double. Tally Burgess had herself a weekend. This game going the complete game, allowing just 3 hits with 3 strikeouts. Did she win pitcher of the week for
the NAI?
No, for their conference.
It's
I saw that
Monday. I
somewhere.
don't. It's Monday as we are recording this. No, I know usually we drop these on Monday. Happy late birthday, Carly. It was Carly's birthday this weekend. We celebrate that. Now we're getting into it on Monday. I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to the Mid-South Twitter now.
Maybe it was just them tweeting out her stats, but I saw something.
Yeah, no, she won it. Yeah, she won.
Okay,
She won
she had a heck of a weekend.
Yep.
But game 2, Cumberlands keeps it rolling. They drop a 20 bomb, 20-6. Mackenzie Keats, 3 runs, 4 RBIs, another home run. Emily Bryant, 3 for 4, 2 runs, 6 RBIs, grand salami. Casey Dale for 4 for 5, 2 runs, and RBI. And then Amber and Jade Gaynor and Bailey Turnbow scored 3 hits. They combined for 4 RBIs. Lindsay Shope records a W. She goes 4 1/3, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. Game 3, 6-1. Fred Hardman actually held them to the 5th to 0 runs. Carly Oliver got things going. She had an RBI single. She'd be 2 for 2 on the day, 3 RBIs, a home run, and a run. Bailey Turnbow, 1 for 4, home run, 2 RBIs, a double by Amber Atkins and Emily Bryant. Tally Burgess again, complete game, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. Very similar game 4, 6-0. Once again, scoreless until the 5th. Carly Oliver again brings a run in with an RBI triple. Bailey Turnbow again, RBI double. Amber Gaynor, 2 RBIs and a home run. Morgan Radford, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Cats had the long ball cooking this weekend.
So, what was it, about a week ago? I came on here and I said, Kaylee Hoskins should be NAI softball pitcher of the year, or she should definitely be the top one in that category. Yeah, it's time to start having that conversation about Tally Burgess. Now, look, I think Hoskins is having a special year in a conference. It's hard to have a special year in as a pitcher, but that one earned run that she gave up, Tally Burgess, that's the first earned run. Let me just double check this to make sure I'm not telling everybody just a blatant lie. But yeah, that's the first earned run that she's given up since February 25th against Rio Grande. Look, she had a really tough stretch there. And like I said, that was a stretch where y- you know, pitchers have them. And not only that, no, there's some health things, whatever. Got her ERA up north of 5. It was a 5.19 ERA. Everybody was like, "What's going on? Is Tally Berger going to have a bad year?" No, she's got 1.29. She has been the best pitcher in NAIA softball probably the last month or so. And I'm telling you, this team is still my pick to win the World Series. It was it. I know I had Oregon Tech at the beginning of the year. I kind of switched that earlier into the year, and then Cumberlands kind of went on that tough little streak there, and now I'm sitting here. Gosh, they have one of the top, at the very least, top 5 pitchers in NAIA softball this year. Not to mention Morgan Radford, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
Not good.
A lot of teams take Morgan Radford to be their number one pitcher. I'll say that. And we already know what this lineup is. We know what the defense is. It might just end up being the year of the NAI when we look at kind of this year, this little stretch year. This may just be the era of the Cumberlands Patriots. Shout out what they're doing in Williamsburg. I mean, they won their first red banner ever this past fall in women's soccer, and one of the biggest upsets in the NAI championship history, I do believe. I mean, it was an undefeated William Carey team that they beat. I know my NAI. I know my NAI sports. Come on. And I think they just won another one in track or swimming or something. I think it was track, something like that. They just won another one in. And then men's basketball made a deep run. Women's basketball made a deep run. Their baseball team's legit. Their softball team is going to most likely be in Columbus. It's getting scary hours because this is a Freed Hardman team that's like should not get beat like this by anybody. This is a good Freed Hardman team. This is a really good Freed Hardman team. And who's like riding high, they're riding hot, they have great pitching, they have a competitive lineup, and it was like we I don't really know of another time this year. Can you think of another time this year like a team just did look that dominant, like that, like whoa, against a team like Freed Carly? I'm trying to think of one. Maybe Madonna, who we're about to talk about, but still, I mean, we'll talk about Madonna and Aquinas here in a minute. I mean, but that was still over 2 games. I'm talking about 4 games, 4 in a row.
In the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like Eastern Oregon beat College of Idaho for 3, but those weren't like just unbelievably dominant. When Oregon, I guess the closest one would be Oregon Tech sweeping Southern Oregon, but still those were close. Those were some close competitive games mixed in there. Look, Carly, I don't want to guarantee, like I don't want this to be like my ultimate jinx.
Don't bring your
But
bad juju.
hey, I think maybe the Johnson Royals helped me get rid of the bad juju because they stepped to the plate, did some good stuff. We'll see. But no, I think that's enough said. Look, the Pats, they just keep doing their thing. They keep rolling. All smiles in Williamsburg, Kentucky right now.
You're
Europe. All right, let's go out west. Hope International Vanguard. Nice little split here. Game 1, Vanguard took it 4-2. Brianna Williams, another phenomenal start in the circle for her. Complete game. Struck out 4. Ali Puente. Look, it's a good performance, but it's not like Ali Puente we saw at the beginning of the year. Kind of seeing what we saw last year. For Vanguard, though, the big knock was Amara Farley, game-winning 2-run home run in the top of the 7th. Hope International would get one back in game 2. Looked like Vanguard would take the sweep. It would have been a huge one, especially with Jessup dropping one to OU Ottawa, Arizona. I don't know why OU AZ. By the way, Oh, I'll go down that tangent here in a second. But just going back to that game two, 4-3 win. Cameron Walker's second RBI knock made it 4-3 for Vanguard in the seventh, but Asia Chacon would get one back in the top or the bottom of the seventh. Then McKenna Stewart sack bunt scored her. Sarah Reisler had the sack bunt, walk it off, win it 4-3. Real quick, I saw that Ottawa of Arizona's coach has got a D2 job, basketball coach, men's basketball coach. There's a preference that in Northeast Missouri, the Bearcats, big rival of where I was at, Lincoln University before then, but unbelievable D2 program. Props to him because like that's one of those D2 jobs you go, you succeed at, good chance of being D1. Anytime you see like NAIA coach maybe on that path of becoming a D1 coach, like Kalen DeBoer, now Alabama's head football coach, love seeing something like that. So congratulations to him. Don't know his name, but whatever. Let's see. Let's keep roll. Oh, real quick, Carly, any thoughts here on Hope International Vanguard? Or are you just with this conference, or is it going to kind of be one we're just going to see where everything lies here at the regular season? We got a kind of a good understanding. Jessup, Hope International, Vanguard, some combination in the conference tournament.
Yeah, I got Jessup now at my top, but come conference tournament, I mean, that's three really good teams that are going to put up a fight to get that championship. So I don't know. I got to wait and see.
So I think obviously I'm not going to do this episode because we got enough to talk about, enough like conference tournament stuff to talk about. But once we kind of figure everything out, probably that like episode in between conference tournament or in a regular season and conference tournament, I think I'm gonna look at some of these conferences and be like, all right, where's the most likely upset? I got a feeling it could be this one because we just keep seeing like I just said, Ottawa of Arizona just beat Jessup. We've seen Menlo take games. It's gonna be that's gonna be a really, and then Arizona Christian could beat anybody. Like we know that. Even though Jessup just took two from them, that's gonna be one. I think the Sun could be another one, but the Southern States is undoubtedly one, but we'll bring that on later. I'll tell you a conference where there's finally we had clarity, I feel like, in this conference, but there's still a chance for chaos. The WHAC. Does seem like things are kind of go it's just gonna be what else happens, who gets in, but top dog in the WHAC, Ron Pizzoni and the Crusaders.
Your Madonna takes two from Aquinas. Game one, 8-0. Mackenzie Ming and Emily Bigot. They each record two RBIs. Ming had a home run, Bigot with a double. They had 4 unearned runs off of 3 errors from Aquinas, but Mason Schloud, complete game, 1 hit, 5 Ks, moves her to 20-2. She's got a 1.13 ERA, 184 strikeouts. She's having herself a year.
Talk about someone who's got to be talked about for NAIA Pitcher of the Year. This is gonna be a race. Oh,
It
it's gonna
is
be a race.
100%.
Pitcher of the Year is gonna be a race. I mean, we've already talked about a couple of them, and that's another name, Mason Schladen. You look at Burgess, or one thing you can knock her for, are the strikeout numbers. Mason Schloud, she's gonna have 200 probably by the time we record the next episode.
Yeah. I mean, and she does it again in game 2. They win at 2-0. She goes the complete game, 8 hits, 5 strikeouts. They score 1 in the first off of Mackenzie Ming RBI single. Get their second from Faith Peschke in the 7th. She has an RBI single to right. She also Alyssa Gauthier, Reagan Finkbeiner, and Ella Thomas. They recorded a hit each, but Mason Schloud again. Don't forget about.
No, I mean you can't forget. I mean, she's been one of the best pitchers in the last decade plus of NAI softball. Great having her on. Great. That was a fun one. That was a fun one.
It was. Yeah.
Having her. But yeah, I mean, look, the WHAC is going to be one of those where we'll see how everything else stacks up. It is in that category, like the Red River, where Olu's sitting. There's a top dog right now. There's a big old fish in a pond, and if somebody beats them, it's going to be a heck of an upset. And congratulations, but Madonna's a team that can be in Columbus, and not to say there aren't some fine teams in the WHAC. There are some fine teams in the WHAC this year. Indiana Tech, good team. Aquinas,
Yep.
good team. Concordia, who's got a date with Madonna, and they spent time in the top 25 earlier the year. Decent team. But there's an elite team in that conference this year. Moving on. I'll tell you, it's a conference where holy just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, anything, anybody. Tennessee Southern. We talked about them beginning of the year. Team, no idea what they're going to look like in this conference. No idea. Tough team historically have not done great. They're above 500, and they just took 2 games from number 18, William Carey. Talking about, of course, the Firebirds of Tennessee Southern. Cassidy Davis having a phenomenal year, batting well over 300 with an ERA sitting just there above 3, getting it done on both sides of the ball, and did it in game 1 against number 18, William Carey, in Tennessee Southern's 2-0 win. Davis complete game, 6 hits, and then had the 2 RBI knock that made it 2-0. And she said, "That's all I'm gonna need." And then game 2, a little bit more interesting. This one got the Firebirds going the heart rate's going a little bit more. So starts off, I mean, dream start Tennessee Southern. You jump out 4-0, looking good, rolling. Need 3 outs. 3 outs, brother. That's all we need.
That's all we need.
William Carey. How many times you know that one? You know that's a tough feeling. That's a tough feeling. And when you got it, then William Carey drops a 4 spot in the 7th, capped off with the Carly Kidder 2 RBI knock. But it would not be enough, as Tennessee Southern's Michaela McCain's 2nd hit of the day would score Haley Parrott, who also had 2 hits, and she threw an RBI steak on the grill, help in their 5-4 win. I mean, this is going to be a fun conference. I would love to be there, boots on the ground for the Southern States. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that, but that conference tournament, I got a feeling it's, as far as the crazy scale goes, I think it'll be the 2nd craziest conference tournament in NAIA softball. The craziest one, you may ask, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Carly, just talk about what happened in this game in the Crossroads League. Talk about this little 12-11 game that we had put on. It's good Lord, what a game.
Dude, Huntington and Grace, 12-11. Huntington takes it. But it's crazy. So
12-11's crazy, but then
Yeah.
you click on, because like Hannah didn't watch this game. I didn't watch it, but click on the box score and it's like, whoa, what happened?
Dude, even the second game, 13-7. I mean, they were scoring runs. But let's dive into this game.
Yeah, let's go.
Grace starts off with a 3-0 lead in the first. Cassie Hayes has a double. Montana brings her in with a 2 RBI single. Huntington would chip away in scoring 1 in the 3rd and the 4th. Courtney Mason and Gina Moore, they each had an RBI. They narrow the deficit to 3-2. They then take the lead in the 5th off a Nigella Rec RBI single, couple untimely errors, and a Maddie Goheen double. They take a 6-3 lead. Down 8-3 in the 7th, Grace drops 8 runs. 8 runs. Sage Ladig double, Maisie Harlow single, bases loaded walk, hit by pitch, and then a 3 RBI double from Cassie Hayes again. But that's not it. It's not it.
Oh, let's stop there. Let's stop. Let's just stop there and let it breathe for a second. You're like, imagine.
Sit on it.
Sit on it. Let's sit on it for a second. I have heard, by the way, that's one that I have heard at the softball field, and it is getting worn out right now.
Really?
It's getting worn out. But yeah, I got a feeling that's going to be one that I may have a headache from hearing a lot over the next few weeks, which is fine. It's
You
fine.
might.
But it's fine. Carly, you're playing shortstop.
Okay.
Think you got it in the bag, then an 8 ball on your head. How are we feeling going back to the dugout? Do you say anything to the pitchers? Like a word, like what do you even say at that point?
If the other team drops 8,
Yeah. Then now you gotta go back.
I might hit him with the, hey, you're all right.
We
You're
got
good.
your back here, kid.
I'm gonna say you're good, and I probably respectfully don't necessarily mean it.
Yeah. But it's
It don't
okay.
matter.
It's okay because the bats got them. Just pick them up.
In
Pick them
reality,
up. Well, when coach says pick them up, this is what we're talking about. And that's what Huntington did.
when coach says get loud, we get loud.
We get loud. What
But
happened
yeah,
in the bottom of the seventh? Because the craziness was not over after the 8th spot.
yeah, Huntington said, we're not going away. We ain't going nowhere. They would chip away. They score 4 in the bottom of the 7th to take the win. Gina Moore had a single. Jess Duvall walked for an RBI. And Courtney Mason walks it off with a single to right field. And they win it 12-11.
Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, just that game right there
That's
perfectly puts
a
into
fun
play
one.
what the Crossroads is this year. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. Don't know who's going to win it. I'd like to. I thought we would have just be like, okay, it'll be crazy, but Marion. No, obviously
Yeah.
not the case. They're showing they could get beat. I already kind of talked about Ottawa and Jessup. This this weekend scared me a little bit for Jessup, just in the fact like, oh, you can lose to Ottawa of Arizona, but then they dropped 26.
Yeah. Fair to
Ottawa did
say,
score
fired
again.
up.
Ottawa did score 9 on them, and again, I think
Lots
Jessup's
of times
pitching.
9 will win you a game.
Yeah, and I think Jessup's pitching is going to be strong enough to get them. I worry a little bit about Jessup if they get into an opening round with another elite arm, like an
Yeah.
elite arm.
Yeah.
That scares me a little bit. Now the other team will still have to score because Jessup's still going to push some across. But it's like, all right, how many slugfests they just going to go do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's fine though. But hey, speaking of slugfest, it's what we got in game 1 of Westcliff versus Embry-Riddle. So the CPAC conference, kind of checking some of these off as we go. Carly, this was the game for the CPAC this year, and huge wins for Embry-Riddle.
Yeah. They take 3 from Westcliff. A lot of high scoring games for them. They win game 1, 16-9. Leah Salas, 2 for 2, 3 runs, 5 RBIs, and 2 home runs on the game. Diana Miranda Montano, 2 for 5, home run, 2 RBIs. And then doubles from Emma Almodoba and Autumn Salusi. Autumn was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Vanessa Brink gets it done on the circle. She goes 6 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 14 strikeouts.
Today.
14. That's getting her done.
It's getting it done.
But Westcliff would bounce back in game 2. They take it 7-0. Yvette Mendoza has a home run. Layari Ramirez has a double. They each record a hit and 2 RBIs. Erilyn Ramirez, 2 for 3, 2 runs. Cassandra Ramos, 2 for 4. And Emily Rosa spins the ball a little bit in the circle. She allows 3 hits with 7 strikeouts.
Very nice.
That's all she wrote for Westcliff, though. Embry-Riddle would take the following 2. They take game 1, 4-0. Vanessa Brink, another great game. She allows just 5 hits with 12 strikeouts. Leah Salas goes yaya again. Autumn Salusi hits another home run. And game 4, 10-1. Diana Miranda Montano, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 3 for 3. Jade Bayless, 0 for 3, but 2 RBIs, awesome sacks. And Emma Albodobo, 2 for 2, 4 RBIs, a home run, and a run. Claire Streeter gets the W, 2 innings pitched, just 2 hits and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, this was a huge series for whoever won it. It was maybe a little bit more important for Westcliff. That would have got them right back. And if they would have taken 3, I think they would have gotten a half game lead, or maybe it would have just been tied in that conference. But do know now Embry-Riddle sits 4 or 5 games up down the stretch, probably going to be the 1 seed. And remember, this is the Embry-Riddle team. Madison White came on and spoke very highly of after the NFCA Leadoff Classic when those two played. Could be a team, I would say very likely Embry-Riddle opening round team. And then would not surprise me at all to see that. And again, we got to see where the opening rounds will be at. I'm sure the bids, they got to
That's got
be.
to come up soon, right?
Well, the due date's got to be coming. I mean, that's on the NAIA website. There's no point looking that up right now. But we'll check that out. It's got to be soon. And you got to think, I mean, they're a team that's heading up to like a Oregon Tech or maybe a Jessup or something like that. It could give those teams a little bit of a fit. But hey, just mentioned Madison White and CMU. They just keep
Mhm.
rolling. Just keep doing
They
their
do.
thing. Couple more sweeps this weekend. Again, I one of the games we were like, hey, no, there's a lot of potential upsets. One that I kind of had in the back of my mind was like, hey, Parks had moments this year. Not gonna have a moment against Central Methodist. Just take all the joy and hope and love and will to live. I love you. 10-1, 7-0. In that 7-0 game, Haley Ferris, perfect game. She's got a 1.65, 74 strikeouts and 72 in a third innings pitch. Look, we talked about Slough, possible pitcher of the year. Just talk about Burgess, pitcher of the year. I don't know if Haley Cotter, Haley Ferris, or Jordan Ball be up for a pitcher of the year. Certainly in their conference they will be. But as far as a staff of the year, man, man, they've got to be up there. CMU's got to be up there. They battle. They they battle. We've talked a good bit about CMU in that group. They're going to be good. Let's see, a couple more notes. Stick to the heart. Baker showing a little
Baker,
life. 4-0. Good for
4-0
them.
week.
Good for them. Took a couple from Missouri Valley, who's been playing some good softball. Missouri Valley can pitch. Missouri Valley and Baker. Two good rotations. Could do something in that tournament. Just saw they actually blanked Benedictine in the game. Yeah, Mo Valley did. Again, we'll talk a little bit more. Well, I'll go ahead and mention that. So, Heart of America Conference, as far as how that one's going to sit. And again, not going through all the scenarios top to the bottom of the conference, just looking at like who can win the regular season. CMU is obviously in the driver's seat here. Um, they are undefeated, have not lost a game. However, if they do drop a game coming up and Benedictine wins out, I do believe that would set up because Benedictine's got 3 Heart of America losses. So yeah, they would set up on that last day of the season a chance for Benedictine to win too, and they would be co-conference champs, or I guess tiebreaker if they beat CMU twice, they'd win it. So it could be something there, but if CMU wins out, they'll be able to rest up a little bit before they get into their conference tournament. Hey, about a conference got a little fight back.
A little bit of
How
a
about
shake here in the GPAC.
little shake up. Now, not saying the Midland Warriors didn't have themselves one heck of the last few days, but they did get got once.
Yeah, they did. They lose their first one in GPAC, game 2 against Jamestown. But let's start with game 1.
Sure.
They get the bats rolling a little bit. They take it 15-2. Emily Pry 3 for 3. Reese Floro 2 for 3. Ronnie Foote 3 for 4. 4 RBIs, 3 runs. She's having herself quite the weekend. I'll get into that in a little bit. Ariana Crafton 2 for 2. 3 runs, 2 RBIs. And Elaine Rincon doing as she does. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. But hey, like we just said, a little bit of a shakeup. Jamestown comes back game 2. They take it 3-1 in 9 innings. They out-hit the Warriors 10-4. Trinity Gregg, Samara Martinez, and Kayla Quintanilla each record 2 hits. Martinez had 2 RBIs, Kayla with 1. Hope Ransom for Jamestown, complete game, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 0 earned runs. Jimmy's would hold a 1-run lead heading into the bottom of the 7th. A little bit of a mistake here on the catcher's part, tried to pick off Maddie Riling at third. Overthrow, Maddie Riling scores. So we had the extras. Jimmy's Samara Martinez, her double, timely offering cone. She brings 2 in. And they would hang on to hand Midland their first GPAC loss.
Yeah, and Carly, big pressure on another team. The GPAC's or I'm sorry, y'all played Dort today, correct?
Yeah, they did.
Played Dort today.
They won both.
Won both. Dort plays Northwestern tomorrow.
Yep.
Or today. Now, of course,
If you're listening,
there you go.
it's today.
Today.
Weather.
Yeah. Tuesday. Check
Tuesday.
literally Tuesday. Not the sketch. Literally Tuesday. Yeah. Pressure on for sure. Northwestern, they gotta get the wins over Dort now. Even though they now have a chance to be like, hey, even if we lose one to Midland, we're okay. We'll be the full conference champ.
Yep.
Pressure's on them a little bit more now. But as you said, they took care of business today where Ronnie had 3 straight home runs, or his 3 home runs.
Straight. Yeah, she hit 2 in a row in game 1, and then started off game 3 with another solo shot.
He's good.
She's popping off right now. It puts her at 8 this season.
Getting hot at the right time.
That's what they need.
All right, let's start looking into some. Excuse me. Let's look into some of these. Jesus. Let's look at some of these conference standings as we're heading kind of into the final stretch here. Got this week, next weekend, and then it's conference tournament time. Real quick, let's start with the AAC. Johnson, shout out Johnson, took care of business, beat Tennessee Wesleyan twice this weekend. Big ones for them. I know, and also a big one just for the AAC to kind of stay interesting a little bit. If Truett McConnell would have taken just one of those, it kind of really would have wrapped things up in that conference. However, boy, we got a chance for a big upset on Friday. Johnson and Reinhardt. Could you imagine if Johnson, after starting the season the way they did, ends up 21-3 and wins the regular season in the AAC? Gonna be a fun one. And don't want to spoil anything, but we got a really good interview for that Friday episode. Didn't even do this on purpose, but good one. I'll say that. Good interview for Friday. I'll leave it at that. And no, it's not. I know everybody's like, oh, well, it's Johnson. It's Coach Carter from Johnson. It's not Coach Carter from Johnson, but it's a good one.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you do. Yes.
Do I?
I told you. We'll talk about it later. The AMC. Do what?
You probably did. It was the birthday weekend.
Yeah. Shout out Brian Foote. Brian, if you're listening, phenomenal. For the folks confused, I'll just say Ronnie's dad may or may not have sent a video, and I don't think we got to worry about losing Carly to a record deal.
I will say the Dixie Chicks sang it better, but Earl had to die.
AMC, a lot can happen in the American Midwest. Missouri Baptist, William Baptist, Central Baptist have all split. They're all 10-2. Cotty's 10-4. A lot of games still to happen. That's one where still kind of maturing and getting where it is. CalPAC, already talked about it. Embry-Riddle, good to go. Cascade. Oh boy, this is what you want. I tell you, this is what you want from the Cascade. This is how you do a schedule. This is how it's done. Oregon Tech's 18-3, Eastern Oregon's 18-3, College of Idaho 17-3, and Southern Oregon 17-4. Southern Oregon's got College of Idaho this weekend and Eastern Oregon next weekend. And then also next weekend, College of Idaho plays Oregon Tech. Now that's how you make some chaos. That's how it's done, Cascade. Tip my hat. Wait, you've done it again. Once again.
Talk about a stretch of games.
Yep, phenomenal. Cannot wait for all those games. Obviously, going to talk a good bit about that Southern Oregon College of Idaho game on the weekend preview episode. Chicagoland, very, very similar to the AMC. Just actually, this is the conference where there's been the least amount of conference games. Roosevelt sitting there 6-2, St. Francis 8-3, St. Xavier's 5-3. They just played. They split, correct? Yeah, think so. Trinity Christian's right there at 5-3. IU South Bend's 5-4. St. Ambrose is 4-4. So this one, they've all got to play each other. Not a lot of stuff's got to happen. A lot of games to be played there. Crossroads. Oh my days. They got to play each other a lot. A lot of games left to be in that one. Indiana Wesleyan 21-5. They play Marion coming up. Marion's 19-5, a game back. Spring Arbor's right there. Spring Arbor's got Indiana Wesleyan and Marion coming up. So those stretch of games, big in deciding that, all within 4 games of one another. Then Taylor sitting there 6 games back of Indiana Wesleyan. They're still in it. Mount Vernon Naz, they're going to probably need some help, need to get some big wins over Marion and IWU, but they could do it. But just looking at the top 3 there between Spring Arbor, Marion, and IWU, all having to play each other multiple times. Big one there. Moving on. Let's see. GSAC. Gosh, if we're looking back last weekend, Jessup's wins over Vanguard and Hope International looking so big, especially after they've split. So a little bit to go in that one, but feels like long as Jessup just keeps winning, they'll be fine. They'll be the 1 seed most likely. GPAC. We know what's going on there. Northwestern, Midland, keep rolling. Dordt could cause some chaos. If they would have knocked off Midland, certainly would have caused chaos. Can still do it. Chaos. That sounded country. Northwestern. If Dordt can beat Northwestern, that could definitely cause some more havoc. Let's see. Heart of America. Already talked about that one. CMU's to lose. If they do drop a game or 2, could be real interesting if Benedictine wins out there on that last weekend. KCAC. Will Evangel drop 2 to Bethel, Kansas Wesleyan, or St. Mary? That's the question. If they do, will Avila, more so will Ottawa. Avila's already got 6 losses there, but Ottawa's just a game back. They're 15-3 to Evangel's 17-3. So Evangel's got to keep winning. I think Evangel will win out, and they've got the tiebreaker beating Ottawa twice, but we'll see. North Star, very similar. Can anybody, Viterbo or Dakota State, beat Bellevue to help out Valley City, and then they do their thing. Mid-South. Huh. Yeah, okay. All right, Cumberlands. Y'all got it. Red River, Olu, you got it. Interesting. I think very, very important. Very important, though, for the number 2 spot in that conference. Houston Victoria's 14-4, LSUA's 14-6. That's important. If you get that and you are the number 2 team in the Red River, I don't think they're not 2-bit, are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think so. But if they are a 2-bit, obviously you get it to be the 2 seed, better chance of finishing 2nd overall conference tournament. Huge, but we'll see. Plus, I mean, you need to get as many wins as possible to get a chance of at large spot. If not, either way, Sun Conference. Skip one. Yeah, River States. So the River States is 2 divisions. West Division, IU Southeast, St. Mary of the Woods are right there neck and neck. St. Mary of the Woods 16-5, IU Southeast at 19-3. And then that's in the West. Yeah, that's in the West. And then in the East, Shawnee State 15-7, Rio Grande 15-9. So those 4, they'll square up. Yeah, St. Mary of the Woods College and IU Southeast in the West. Shawnee State, Rio Grande in the East. They'll square up. See how that one plays out. Senior Athletic Conference, Oklahoma City's got that one pretty much all wrapped up in the bag. Sun Conference, we're fun. We're doing fun stuff down here. So St. Thomas is 12-3, and then Coastal Georgia and Southeastern are both 11-4. Southeastern plays Coastal Georgia this weekend. Coastal Georgia plays at St. Thomas next weekend. So Coastal Georgia, they're sitting there right in the middle. They got 3 against Southeastern, 3 against St. Thomas, and that's probably however those get divvied up, who will be the 1 seed in the Sun. And then I promise this, the Sun Conference tournament, something crazy is going to happen. I don't know what, but something's going to happen. I smell it. I smell something cooking up in this conference. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to say something crazy like Florida Memorial, who just took 2 from Kaiser's and looking dang gum good. I'm not saying they're going to come win it, but I think whatever 6 get in, probably going to be those 3 I just mentioned. Southeastern, Coastal, St. Thomas, Kaiser will be the 4th team, and then probably Ave Maria, Florida Memorial. Warner may make a push to get in. Maybe Weber. Weber's not mathematically eliminated yet. I'll say that
Okay.
for making the conference tournament. So we'll take that. Carly. So all those I just mentioned, all those scenarios went through. What are your favorite ones? What's your favorite conference to watch over the next 2 weeks? If you tell somebody you got to watch this conference, see how it finishes, here's how it's laid out, which ones would it be?
I got three.
Okay.
I got Cascade,
Yep.
GSAC, and Sun.
The GSAC. Really?
Wait.
Like Jessup?
Yeah.
Not conference tournament. No,
Oh.
not conference tournament. I'm talking about just the regular season.
Oh.
Yeah. Conference
Might be,
tournament.
might be.
It's gonna be crazy.
Okay, I thought you were talking about conference tournament. No, okay, then I
No.
got two. I got Cascade and Sun.
Yeah, I think the Sun's gonna be fun because you get those. What they both have, they have those head-to-head matchups that like we know
The
we're
top
getting are
teams.
huge. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
right there with you. I love that.
Yeah.
Great picks. I mean, same with the AAC though.
Yeah.
Just less. Just you don't. There's just one where it's like Johnson Reinhardt. What happens is probably going to be the way it goes. All right, let's look at some games midweek Tuesday. Big one, boy. We got a great Tuesday, Wednesday of NAIA
Get a
softball.
great lineup.
Yes, we do. Georgia Gwinnett, Coastal Georgia, 1 p.m. Central Time. All these times are Central. Faulkner Mobile at 2, right there with Northwestern and Dordt. Indiana Wesleyan at Goshen at 4. Then we got a big one, ladies and gentlemen, and it's got my stamp of you must watch this game. You have to watch it. Everybody listening, this is one of those fun ones we don't get all the time. This is a top 10 NAIA team versus a top 10 Division II team. Man, fired up for this one. Rogers State against Oklahoma City. Now I get it's a midweek, not even non-conference, but non-league. So it's kind of whatever. This is going to be a fun one. Rogers State, 36-8. This is technically a top 5 matchup as it stands right now, but I think new rankings come out, and I think Rogers State may have just lost a couple, so they may drop down. But they're number 4, could be a little bit lower. And obviously Oklahoma City's number 2. That's not changing. Not obviously no beginning of the year we talk more about some of these teams in the weekend preview part, but now as we have y'all know these teams. Not gonna go into them too much. Y'all know Oklahoma City, Rogers State though. Want to tell you a little bit about them. I know they're D2, but Callie Yeelan, big name to watch out for in that game. 12 home runs, 38 RBIs on the year for her. Paxton Donaldson leads them with a 362 batting average. They don't steal a lot from what we see. They do have some pop. They got 43 home runs on the year. Just mentioned Callie. They have Kaylee Lyon as well, who's got 9 home runs. A couple more girls, Ashton Barrett and Bridget Morales each have 4 and 5 home runs. Abby Rogers has 5 homers. So definitely some pop. Gonna be interesting to see who pitches for Oklahoma City. Will it be Shelby? Will it be Emerson? Either one. Really good arms. What we definitely know is whoever throws for Rogers State is going to be really good. They have 3 girls with a sub-2 ERA, the highest of those being a 1.71 from Jade Sanders. She looks to be one of their 2 main pitchers, along with Sarah Limas Howell, who's got a 1.39 over 100 innings as well. Would assume they would be throwing Harley. Yeah, probably be throwing Harley Cully a little bit too. Just making sure she was still throwing. But yeah, 1.47 ERA, 5-1 on the year. Less innings pitched, but someone who wouldn't be surprised to see her get a start against the NAIA team. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is just a fun one. A little NAIA versus D2. Just a bit about 2 of the most respected teams in their respected leagues. Rogers State, very well known. Obviously, our folks out in Oklahoma, Connor Taylor, Braden, all our people out there that we know are NAIA softball fans are fired up for this one. I'm fired up for it. Yeah, and then look, y'all know on the Oklahoma City side, this is going to be this is a big deal for them. They needed this really smart move. And of course, I mean, it's Phil McSpadden. Any move he makes is probably gonna be pretty smart. But, for them, they've kind of been on cruise control since taking 3 from USAO. I think that's fair to say. And all right, here's a team that is very similar to what you'll see coming up in the postseason against USAO again in the conference tournament, most likely. Yeah, good one, fun one, fired up. You ever play really good D2 while you were at Midland? Did you ever play anything like that?
No, we did some scrimmages in the fall against like Creighton and South Dakota, but that was really it.
Yeah,
And
a
I
lot of
wouldn't
people.
say I respectfully wouldn't call them Rogers State caliber, but still
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. No, Rogers State's they're pretty good, pretty good. They're Oklahoma. It's in Oklahoma. It's college softball in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Hey,
Uh,
I lost to BYU. You see that?
I do wish every now and then this year, the way it's been going for Oklahoma recently, I'm like, wish Taylor was on here just so I could rip him right now. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Just, I mean, they'll probably still
There
win
was a
it.
lot of top 10 losses.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about my dogs, man. I don't know about my dogs.
Oh,
I don't know about my dogs. I did see Uga at G Day. You see Uga at G Day?
uh-uh.
I love Uga. That's the best mascot in college football. Not just that's not the best mascot in college football. That's the best mascot, period. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm literally wearing it on my hat. I'm wearing Uga on my head.
You might hate this, but Tennessee Vols, their dog.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, brother. Oh,
Yeah, dude, I love that. I love that.
no, Bordeaux
The
stand on business. You seen the
king.
video of I think it was August 6, maybe August 7. One of the August in the early 2000s. Uh, when he bit the Auburn player.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite videos ever. Uh,
Oh man.
God, it's a classic, classic. All right, let's burn through these. Send the people on to the midweek. Wednesday, Bellevue, Mid-Am Nast, very fun. Little North Star versus Heart of America action there. Madonna versus Concordia. By the way, that Bellevue game starts 1 o'clock Central Time. Madonna versus Concordia of Ann Arbor. Can Madonna throw a perfect game in the WHAC? Can they go perfect in the WHAC? They could. They could. Still possible. Gotta go beat a good Concordia team though. Good one. Another one at 2 o'clock. Oakwoo versus Avila. That's a big one just as far as these teams need to start stacking up wins because that's gonna be a tough conference tournament to go win. Either team probably gonna win the regular season. Gonna be tough, very tough conference tournament. Need to start stacking up wins. Marion versus Taylor. Taylor's in that boat where they got to start stacking up wins. And for Marion, a 1 seed is definitely in jeopardy at this point.
It
I
is.
thought I thought earlier they were like no doubt would consistently stay in that 5 to 7 range. Gonna be really interested to see where they end up in the new polls. Breenal versus Johnson. Johnson, big ones because want to set that Friday game up for be as big as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Breenal's no slouch. Had a
Nope.
tough run of it lately. Breenal's good. Don't get tripped up, Johnson. Going Thursday in the Chicagoland, little St. Xavier, Roosevelt, and also Johnson. Don't they are Johnson, the Royals. You're working on breaking my jinx. We're close.
You might have just made it
I
worse.
don't care. I'm all in at this point. I'm all in. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's shout out Scotty Scheffler, winning the Masters. Never a doubt.
Our boy Scotty.
I'm boy Scotty. Tiger made the cut.
Dude, did you see the picture of Tiger Woods shaking someone's hand, but like the tree was in the way?
Yeah, that's Vern Lundquist's hand. That's all time great broadcaster, all time broadcaster.
Twitter went crazy with it.
Yeah, I've seen some. I've seen some.
Yep. Hey,
Yeah,
Max Homa had himself a good weekend.
yeah. I I'm a big Homa guy. I'll say
Yeah,
that. I'm a big Max Homa guy. I love
I
Max
like him.
Homa.
I was rooting him
He
on.
I was wanting him to win, but Scotty he's dialed.
Dude, did you see how much his caddy has probably made?
I saw something about like he's probably gonna finish the year like his caddy's probably gonna make more than just about anybody else on tour.
Yep.
How much though?
I think he was sitting around 1 million.
Days. Oh my days, Carly. I'm in the wrong game. I'm in the wrong game. I'm in the softball game. I need to get in the golf caddy game.
For real, we could be walking 18 in the sun.
I'm just gonna sit here behind the mic. It's less work here. Dude, by the way, got a new toy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna be doing with this dude yet. Um, well, it's a Mevo camera. No free ads. Mevo. Sponsor us. Let's work something out. Bad little mamma jamma right here. I put it up. This guy right here. This a hotspot, plug, play to my phone, live stream a game. Live stream a game, broadcast it, microphone in, good to go. Like right here, broadcasting a game.
Dude,
Good
that's
quality, good quality camera. Um, I took it down field level, got some good field level videos. I think maybe the purpose for it for now is just going to be, and I'm testing out if at some Weber games. If I'm comfortable with it by the Cascade tournament, when I get up there, I'm going to do some stuff with it. If not, I'm just going to stick to the good old phone and social media method. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. I think we can do some cool stuff with this. I'm gonna keep working with it, see what I can do. Shout out Matt Mahoney, Georgia Gwinnett put me on with that. At the very least, if there's any SIDs, any coaches watching, again, no free ads, but I would highly recommend this little Mevo camera. Not that not too bad of a price, but you can just take this, set it up right there behind home plate, and you got as good of a broadcast as you could possibly ask for. I promise. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. But all right, it's a good episode. It's a good
yeah.
episode. It's a good episode. It's a good episode. I this feels always feels weird ending an episode not with an interview. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Because
like
normally we send the
interviews.
people off and we say, hey, go listen to
Go check out the
great
interview.
interview.
Yeah.
Well,
Part of that's on me. I need to start asking more people on. See, I want to open. I'll be like, hey, who would y'all like to have on? But then it's just I'd like to have my cell phone. I tried that one. I tried that once with Suncast. I tried it with Suncast. Be like, hey, who would you like to hear from? And it was be like, I'd like to come on. I'm like, that wasn't the question.
yeah. You're gonna have a lot of different votes.
Yeah, and that's not something I want to leave up. But I mean, there's obviously some I want to have on. It just hasn't happened yet. Like, of course, I want to have on Phil McSpadden or, I mean, so many others. But it's like, I don't know. We're trying our best here. We do have a fun one. We definitely have a fun one Friday. So tune in Friday's episode. Great interview out of the state of Georgia. I'll say that. And yeah, y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's week. We'll catch y'all Friday.